Hello, fellow wholehearted high achievers. Welcome to Hanging with Hang. Today, in this video, I'm going to share with you how to find clarity. Now, this video is perfect for those of you who are seeking for clarity on certain aspect of your life, or generally speaking. And because of the space that you're in the space of a mud, being confused by a lot of information around you, and it gets frustrating, and the brain kind of going crazy. It gets exhausting, and you start questioning your own self-worth, your own self-certainty, your own sense of knowing. It's just not a fun space to be, because unclarity is exhausting. So my hope is, with this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 simple keys. My favorite number is to shed that light, so then you can be more clear by the end of this, and to be free, to free you from that energy of exhaustion. So with that, here are the 3 keys that I found helpful, that I use for myself and for my clients. And so key number 1 is to give space for all these voices, because you're gonna to come through you, because you're gonna have different part of yourself, right? There's a part of you want this, there's a part of you want that, and then you have people advice outside of you trying to tell you what to do, and it's this overwhelming. So it's really important for you to shift to that by sitting. I think I like the word sitting, but actually you don't have to sit. You actually can walk on the beach, find that quiet time and space, and to really connect to your heart, of feeling of what is authentically true to you. Because here's the thing, the mind can tell you all these things that you may try to decide. Okay, should I take this next step with this person? Should I go take this course? Should I do this? Right? All these questions can be confusing, and there's so many different part of you that want to give you the answer, and those part of you could come from previous parenting narrative, culture narrative. What we want is, we want to move away all of that, and for you to come back to you. Because here's the thing, as hard as it is to believe that only you know yourself best. So key number 1 is to connect with yourself and let yourself give you the answer. And there's different ways to do it. Like I said earlier, you can sit, you can walk, but find that quiet space, quiet time, and connect with this heart, because your heart is the closest thing. It's the gateway to your soul. And your spirit has planned for you. Your spirit knows the answer. And how do you know? When you feel that sense of peace. That's when you know that you connect to this. So that's the first part. And then the second part, when you get into that space, that's when you get to do the logistical thing. You're asking the question. And, I didn't come up with this, because I learned from different people, is that the quality of your answer is based on the quality of your questions. So here on step 2, be very specific on what is it that you want to know. Instead of like, what is my next step, right? That's general. You can ask the questions, what would be the next step that authentically true to me, so I can be graciously cultivate this relationship? That could be it. Or what course specifically do I consider taking that will bring me joy? Be very specific on your intent of the question, because the quality of your questions will lead to the quality of the answer. So once you ask the question, take a step back and allow space for the answer to come through you, and just take note of those answers without judging it, without analyzing it, without trying to understand the heck out. Just let the answer move through you. Because when you get the answer move through you, then you can sit and connect to those answers, and you can integrate between your mind and your heart in choosing what the answer is, right? Which is take to step 3, is once you connect to the answer. Now, at this part, your mind will want to like, but then, if we do this, there's a whole bunch of narrative. But in your own intuition, in your own sense of knowing, it's really that simple. Is that, oh, this is the next step that I need to take. And which is for you to take the next action step that is relatively and authentically true to you at this moment. Now, your mind, your intelligent self will want to know every single step for the next 10 years. Like, if this happened, that need to be happen. I get that, because it gives you a sense of security. It gives you a sense of comfort. It's a stability, but it's an illusion. Because the thing is, we don't know about the future, right? But what we know is each step, if you can truly, authentically connect to the current step, it's going to reveal the next step. Because what true is that action provide clarity. You only know the next step when you take the step. So it's important for you to trust yourself, trust your own sense of knowing, and trust the bigger force at play. If you believe in God, believe in the force, believe in the universe, that this is the next thing you need to reveal, the next step that you may not know. And trust that life have your back. And when you come from that place, you create space for magic. You create space for many different possibilities that you may not yet consider. You may arrive to a new sense of clarity that you don't even know. So clarity come from giving yourself space, come from asking precise, specific question, and come from taking specific, inspire action. It will provide you the next piece of clarity. And just remember this: you are unclear until you are clear, and you clear until you are clear until you're unclear. That is the revolution of life. So allow yourself to be in the mud and allow yourself to be clear, and it's all okay, and it's all part of the human experience. You are okay. I hope that helps. Sending you a lot of love from my heart to yours. If you find this videos helpful, please feel free to share it to as many hearts as possible. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel, set on notifications, so when the next video come out, we'll send you the notifications. Thank you so much, and until the next authentic moment, my friends, aloha.